Greetings from el-Khalili Bazaar in Cairo in the old city. I'm here on a Sunday, so a lot of the shops are closed. I was here a couple days before, but it was really hot and really crazy, really crowded, so I decided to come back.
$1 million.
So one thing to keep in mind, the market's separated on two sides of this major busy street with a fence across it. Even though you see people sometimes running over and climbing to the fence, there's an underpass in the center here. It's a much safer option. So the underpass is really the only safe way across, so just keep that in mind. I've got some of these little shop here. They've got some nice, I love these little wood engraved boxes. They got some old phones and cameras, canes. A lot of shops with some random stuff in there. Pretty cool. So I just bought these 3 little boxes here as gifts. Hello. Hard to get through it, even on a slow day, hard to get through without getting harassed. Only had one kind of aggressive guy. Most people are pretty friendly, just kind of want to talk, show you their shop, but it can get a little stressful. I try not to get angry, and that's usually the plan. So I thought I'd take a little break, sit down, I'm grabbing a cup of coffee here. This kind of cool little coffee shop. Beautiful. Shukran. Wow, I think this is one of the best cups of coffee I've ever had. Very strong, but not bitter, sweet, almost like there's a little chocolate or something in there. Really amazing. Kind of a nice, refreshing break from a really hot day around the bazaar. Well, that was really good coffee, almost like Turkish coffee, but a little sweeter with the grounds on the bottom, but really good. I'd recommend it. I love wandering down a little mysterious side alley. All kinds of trinkets and gifts, and very quiet. Usually get hassled a little less back here, and you can just kind of talk to people, which is a lot more fun than getting harassed. Well, I stopped at another little cool place. Gonna get some tea or some chai. Let's see what I get. Kind of another quirky little hole-in-the-wall place. Looks really fun. Very cool. Got some mint. Add a little sugar. Let's see what kind of tea we got here. Ooh, that's nice. Just a little sugar and a little mint. Very refreshing. I'm glad they let you add the sugar. Sometimes they'll put tons of sugar in. I don't like my tea too sweet, just a little sweet. So I stopped by the el-Fishawy Cafe. It's been around since the 18th century. So even though I've already had coffee and tea today, I thought I should probably get another cup of coffee. Wow, really good, really gritty. You can taste the grounds in there. Kind of like a Turkish coffee, a little more bitter than the last place I went to, but really enjoyable. And the atmosphere here is far superior to most coffee shops. This is much better than a Starbucks. But the glass is really hot. You can't, you have to hold on to kind of the lip because you'll burn your fingers, so be careful. It's also very noisy here. It's empty in here, but everyone's kind of sitting outside. Very popular with tourists for good reasons, I think. Pretty incredible place. Well, it was a really great coffee. I'd highly recommend that place if you're here. It wasn't crazy expensive. It was one coffee was 60 Egyptian pound, which is about, I don't know, $3.40. So expensive for Egypt, but you know, you're also there for the experience and the ambiance, so definitely worth the price, I think. So I stopped at a restaurant called Gad. All the recommendations for the area said this was the best place to eat. It looks pretty good, smells pretty good, so I thought I'd give it a try. So I got the kofta meal, which is meatballs, hummus, rice, and bread. Looks really great. Wow, it's really good kofta. Some of the kofta I've had here has been kind of dry, and this is really moist and juicy and very flavorful. And I got some sugarcane juice, I guess with some milk in it. That's what everyone is ordering. It's really good. It's kind of like sweet and milky with a little bit of dirt flavor, but not in a good way, like a earthy flavor. So here's the shop right here called Fresh Juice. Not too far off the main street, so definitely recommend it. Well, I'm way back in the back street. It's pretty dead back here. All these shops are closed, but I always like wandering through these alleys. Kind of, not really, it's semi-covered, so it's a little cooler back here. But still pretty hot in Cairo. And that's going to be it for today from the el-Khalili Bazaar. Really recommend it. I was worried that on Sunday, since a lot of the shops were closed, it wouldn't be enjoyable, but There's still a lot of shops open, but fewer people kind of makes it easier to manage. Not as many shop owners kind of bothering you. There were a few, but for the most part, a very pleasant experience. So I definitely put this on your list if you're traveling to Cairo.